Hey, Michael, it's Keith here, the Fat Yankee, buddy. How are you? So, listen, I got your question. Great question, by the way. So, let me see. So, do I have to be health inspected by the state, or can I sell it out of a building at my house? Okay. So, here's the thing. If you want to do it legit, either way, you're going to have to get inspected by either the state or the federal government. Okay. So, there's two types of ways you can get approved to sell jerky to the public. So one is through your state, or one is through the federal government. One is called, let's say Florida Department of Agriculture approved, or whatever state you live in. And the second is called USDA, which is U.S. Department of Agriculture approved. Okay, so that's the federal one. And then with that one there, you can sell in stores. You can sell anywhere. Okay, with the state one, you can only sell on the internet, and you can only sell to you can only sell the jerky yourself, or someone maybe that works for you can sell it as well. But you cannot wholesale it and then have those people sell it. That's a stipulation. It's really weird. It doesn't even make sense, Michael. I mean, you can sell it on the internet to anybody in the country, but yet you can't wholesale it. So it doesn't make sense to me either, my friend. So getting approved by your state Department of Agriculture is the one where I am approved, and I've looked into the federal. The federal is very in-depth. You actually have to have an office for the U.S. Department of Agriculture representative to come to your facility. You can only process jerky when the representative comes to your facility and on his or her time schedule. Okay, so it's very a lot of my friends who are USDA approved, they just say it's such a pain in the neck. But the benefits are there, where if you're going to produce a ton of this stuff, you can put it in the stores, So that's one of the benefits. It all depends on how far you want to go with this thing, really. So as far as doing it in the building in the back of your house, or whatever it may be, if it's on your property, you might have to get a variance, like I did. For I have a rental property that I have my jerky in, and I had to get two variances. You have to make sure you have sewerage, or you may have to get a variance for septic. So that's one of the requirements. And then the other thing being is I have seen an ice cream maker friend that I know get declined because it was on his property. So what I would recommend that you do is hold somebody accountable at the State Department of Agriculture before you put any money into the facility to make it, to accommodate, jerky making, to bring it up to standard, bring it up to code. So now you're going to probably wonder where to get that code from. If you're interested, I have some of it, and I can help you out finding it online. I think I looked, and you're in Kansas, I think. I'm not sure if you still live there, but anyway, I can help you with that too. I don't mind helping. So listen, I hope this helps. You can possibly do it on your property, but what you're gonna have to do is, when you get the facility, you're gonna have to draw a layout of that facility. And in Florida, we actually have to submit that to the hotel restaurant department with the state of Florida. You may have one in Kansas. That plan has to be submitted for approval to that department. And then what happens after that, you have to call the Department of Agriculture, and they actually come in and do a brief inspection, which is pretty simple because it's already been approved kind of by the big guys. And they'll come in and they'll actually write you out write you up, and sell you your permit there. And I don't know, it's probably like $300 and change for the permit. And then if you're going to go out and sell your jerky, they're going to get you for a mobile vendor permit too, man. These guys, they got their hand out everywhere they can. So that's another $350 every single year. So it's about $700 in license fees. Okay, so that's with the Florida Department of Agriculture. It's probably very similar to the Kansas Department of Agriculture. So that's about it, man. But I would definitely hold somebody accountable at the Department of Agriculture to make sure you can get that facility approved on your premises. Okay, bud? Well, I hope this helps, Michael. If you have any questions, you give me a shout. Okay, bud? Thanks.